Imagine, if you will, a universe of digital currencies. A vast expanse filled with brilliant established stars like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin. Now, picture a new celestial body emerging. This is the Pi network. A project with a simple, profound ambition. Create a cryptocurrency anyone can access and mine on their smartphone, without draining their battery, without expensive, powerful computers. The people's coin, for the many, not the few. At the helm, Dr. Nicolas, PhD from Stanford, blockchain and social computing. He taught decentralized app design at Stanford, intellectual roots of Pi. More than a token, a peer-to-peer ecosystem with real utility, driven by community. He brings scientific and academic rigor to this experiment. The core idea is elegantly simple. Traditional crypto like Bitcoin uses proof of work, a cosmic-sized puzzle. It consumes huge energy and favors massive mining farms. Pi Network takes a different path. It uses the Stellar Consensus Protocol, SCP. SCP relies on trusted individuals, security circles, to validate transactions. Lightweight and accessible. Open the app once a day and tap a button. Prove you're a real, engaged human securing the network socially and collaboratively. It's a massive social and economic experiment. Over 55 million engaged users already, pre-exchange. One of the largest pre-launch crypto communities ever. It's about technology, yes, but also people. Connecting individuals worldwide into a shared economy via the small computers in our pockets. Can this fledgling star ignite and sustain its own light in the vast crypto cosmos? Within the burgeoning Pi Network community, a fascinating and powerful idea has taken root. A concept known as the Global Consensus Value, or GCV. Think of GCV not as a price tag dictated by a market, but as a shared belief system, a social contract forged by the community itself. It is a grassroots movement where a significant portion of users and merchants within the Pi ecosystem agree collectively to assign a specific high value to their Pi coins for goods and services. This isn't about speculation on an open market. It's about creating intrinsic value from the ground up, through mutual agreement and coordinated action within their closed ecosystem. This brings us to the truly astronomical number, $314,159. It's a clever, almost poetic nod to the mathematical constant pi, approximately 3.14159. The community members championing GCV have adopted this number as their rallying cry. The GCV movement is primarily visible within the Pi network's current phase, the enclosed mainnet. During this period, Pi coins cannot be bought or sold on external cryptocurrency exchanges. Instead, they can only be used for peer-to-peer transactions and for purchasing goods and services from merchants who are part of the network. Pi-powered commerce. Merchants who subscribe to this philosophy list their products, cars, electronics, real estate at prices that reflect the $314,159 valuation for each Pi coin. A cup of coffee might cost 0.00001 Pi, for instance, creating an internal microeconomy based on this shared belief. However, we must approach this with a healthy dose of scientific skepticism. While the idea of a community-driven value is powerful, it exists in a controlled environment. It is a hypothesis being tested. The GCV is not an official price set by the Pi core team, nor is it a price recognized by the broader global market. It is a social consensus, an aspiration held by a passionate segment of the user base. The true test will come when the network transitions to an open mainnet, exposing Pi to the wider financial universe. In his recent interviews and communications, Dr. Nicolas has acted as a grounding force, a voice of reason amidst the cosmic excitement and speculation. When asked about the 314,159 figure, his response is pragmatic and measured. He has never endorsed that valuation. He insists true value comes from utility within the Pi ecosystem. Imagine a newly discovered planet. Its worth comes from resources, atmosphere, potential to sustain life. For Pi, that life is the apps and services built on it. Dr. redirects focus to building a robust peer-to-peer ecosystem. Value is a byproduct of utility. If millions use Pi to buy everyday goods, pay for services, access decentralized applications, transfer value seamlessly, Pi will hold significant value. Core team focus is infrastructure, not price, developer tools, the wallet, the KYC process. Build and use the network, value follows. Enclosed mainnet shows barter-like exchanges for Pi. Open mainnet will subject Pi to free market dynamics. Influencers. number of coins in circulation, demand from users and investors, strength of its ecosystem, overall sentiment of the global crypto market. The Pi network currently exists in a unique and critical phase of its evolution, a state known as the enclosed mainnet. Imagine building a massive, self-contained biosphere in space before opening it up to the universe. Inside this biosphere, you can test all the systems, air, water, food production in a controlled environment. This is precisely what the enclosed mainnet is for Pi. The mainnet part means the blockchain is live and operational. Transactions are being recorded permanently. However, the enclosed part means there is a firewall protecting it from the outside crypto world. This means you cannot connect Pi to external exchanges. It's a time for millions of users, known as pioneers, to complete their identity verification through the KYC process. This is a crucial step to ensure that the network is composed of real individuals, preventing bad actors from accumulating Pi through fake accounts. During this phase, pioneers who have passed KYC can migrate their mined PI to their mainnet wallet, enabling them to start using their coins within the protected environment of the Pi ecosystem. The main function is peer-to-peer transactions. One pioneer can send Pi to another to settle a debt, give a gift, or pay for a small service. More importantly, it's a sandbox for Pi-powered commerce. Developers and entrepreneurs are building applications and setting up online storefronts that accept Pi as payment, before it faces the vast, unpredictable universe of the open crypto market. So the Pi core team, led by Dr. Nicolas and Dr. Chengdiao Fan, who by the way is another Stanford PhD in computational anthropology, envisions a future for Pi that goes way beyond just being a simple digital currency. Their grand vision? It's to create the world's most inclusive peer-to-peer marketplace and ecosystem, all powered by Pi. They see Pi not just as money but as a key to unlocking a whole new generation of decentralized applications. This vision is built on Pi's massive KYC-verified user base. With over 55 million engaged members, Pi offers developers a pre-built global audience of real, authenticated users. The team is actively encouraging developers to build on Pi through initiatives like hackathons and the release of developer tools, SDKs and all that. Imagine this, social media platforms where users earn Pi for creating quality content. Supply chain management systems that use Pi for transparent tracking, local marketplaces where neighbors trade goods and services using Pi. The value comes from the network's usefulness in daily life. Let us now turn our telescope to the dazzling, almost unbelievable figure of $314,159 per Pi coin. Is this valuation grounded in reality? From the perspective of conventional economics and market analysis, this is an extraordinary, near impossible challenge. To understand why, consider market capitalization, the total value of all coins in circulation calculated by price per coin, X number of circulating coins. This formula helps put large numbers into cosmic context. Total supply of Pi capped at 100 billion coins. Even if only 30 billion coins circulate initially, $314,159 per coin, market cap $9.4 quadrillion, global GDP 2024, $105 trillion. Therefore, the GCV of $314,159 does not align with the current global economy. Most analysts would call that unrealistic, even fantastical. For those just beginning their journey into the Pi network, or for those who have been passively tapping the mining button, make it a simple daily habit, like checking the weather or the morning news. Quick checklist: mine daily, complete KYC, set up your security circle, and explore the Pi browser. The next critical mission is to complete your KYC verification as soon as it becomes available. The process involves submitting a government-issued ID and passing a liveness check. Once you have mined some Pi, take the time to explore the Pi browser. Here you can access your Pi wallet, the blockchain explorer, and the growing universe of Pi dApps. The journey to a fully open mainnet is a carefully planned trajectory with several critical milestones. Mass completion of KYC for a significant portion of the user base. Migration of those users' Pi balances to the mainnet. Development of a diverse and robust ecosystem of applications. The final countdown will begin when the Pi network has proved it is a stable, secure, and truly useful digital cosmos.